Hey there! Today, we're diving into the world of Australia. Get ready for 20 amazing facts about this continent that will blow your mind. We'll talk about pink lakes, dangerous snakes, and of course, the history and culture of this faraway land. It's going to be awesome, so let's get started. Australia is a magnet for natural wonders, and Lake Hillier is the perfect example. Imagine the blue ocean, and in the middle, like a glass of wine on a table, lies a pink lake. You can find it on Middle Island, somewhere off the coast of Western Australia. Scientists are still scratching their heads about the color, but you know what? Sometimes it's better not to know the answer and just admire its beauty. Australia is a paradise for wildlife enthusiasts, but be warned, not for everyone. Besides cuties like koalas and kangaroos, there are also some less friendly creatures living there. We're talking about snakes, specifically 20 out of the 21 most venomous species in the world. The inland taipan, in particular, is a real tough guy. It's best not to mess with it because its bite is no joke. But don't worry, Australians are resourceful people and they find a way to deal with everything, even taipan venom. You're more likely to step on a Lego brick than encounter a snake. And now we move north to the Great Barrier Reef. It's a true natural wonder, stretching for over 1,400 miles. The reef is a real underwater city, where thousands of species of fish, corals, and other creatures live in perfect harmony. We have to take care of it because it's a real treasure. Australia is not just beaches and coral reefs, it also has mountains, deserts, and canyons that will take your breath away. One such place is Kings Canyon in Watarka National Park. Deep gorges, towering rock formations, and lush vegetation create a landscape straight out of an adventure movie. Kings Canyon is also an important place for Aboriginal people, who have been passing down legends about this place for thousands of years. Here, history blends with nature to create a unique atmosphere. Did you know that Australia is the only continent without active volcanoes? It's the perfect place for those who value peace and quiet. No eruptions, no earthquakes, just peace and quiet like at grandma's in the countryside. Australia's volcanic past is visible in the form of extinct craters and rock formations that remind us of bygone eras. But don't worry, the lava cooled down a long time ago, and Australia is as safe as a bank vault. Well, almost. Australia is an island, or rather a continent island, with the second longest coastline in the world. Over 21,000 miles of beaches, bays, cliffs, and ports. That's more than the circumference of the Earth. You could say that Australia is a paradise for lovers of water sports and sunbathing. Beaches in Australia are like raisins in a cake, each one different, each one unique. From the white sands of Whitehaven Beach to the famous waves of Bondi Beach. There's something for everyone because, in Australia, it's not just the nature that's beautiful. The kangaroo, a symbol of Australia and its nuisance. There are more of these cute creatures here than people. It is estimated that there are 2 kangaroos for every Australian. However, kangaroos are an integral part of the Australian landscape. You can meet them everywhere, in the meadow, in the forest, and even on the golf course. Australia is a country of immigrants. Every third Australian was born abroad, and on the streets of Australian cities, you can hear languages from all over the world. It's a true melting pot of cultures, where the traditions of the old continent blend with Asian ones, and all of this is seasoned with a touch of Aboriginal culture. Thanks to this, Australian cities are full of life, and Australian cuisine is a real feast for the palate. Did you know that Australia has the longest fence in the world? It's the Dingo Fence, stretching for over 3,488 miles, protecting sheep from attacks by wild dingo dogs. The construction of the Dingo Fence is proof that Australians can cope in difficult conditions. Although some people complain that the fence makes life difficult for animals, you have to admit that it's an impressive structure. Australia is a land of sheep and wool is one of its main exports. Australian merino wool is valued worldwide for its softness, durability, and the fact that it keeps you as warm as a fireplace in winter. Sheep farming is an important branch of the Australian economy, and sheep are an integral part of the Australian landscape. Australia is a country of vast distances. The distance between Sydney and Perth is over 2,485 miles, and the time difference between these cities is 3 hours. No wonder Australia has 3 time zones. It's like time travel, just without a time machine. Sydney is a modern, dynamic, and congested city. Fortunately, Australians have found a solution, a monorail transport system that is the longest in the world. This futuristic train glides above the streets of Sydney, offering passengers bird's-eye views. Australia is a country as old as the world, and its history dates back millions of years. Proof of this are the rock formations in the Pilbara region, which are over 3.5 billion years old. These are some of the oldest rocks in the world, even older than dinosaurs. These ancient rocks are a true book of knowledge about the history of the Earth. The name Australia comes from the Latin word australis, which means southern. In ancient times, it was believed that there was a large unknown land in the south of the globe, which was called Terra Australis Incognita. And indeed, Australia turned out to be a continent full of mysteries and surprises, like a mystery box. Australia is a country of beaches. There are over 10,000 of them here. Imagine that every day you could lie on a different beach, and it would still take you over 27 years to see them all. From sandy beaches perfect for sunbathing to wild, rocky shores, Australia has something to offer everyone. The Sydney Opera House is one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. Its distinctive sail-shaped roofs have become a symbol of Sydney and all of Australia. It's not just an opera house, but also a cultural centre where concerts, performances, and exhibitions are held. The construction of the Sydney Opera House is a story full of challenges and controversies, much like the construction of the Palace of Culture and Science in Warsaw. Opal is the national gemstone of Australia. These stones, shimmering with all the colours of the rainbow, are valued all over the world for their beauty and rarity. Australia is the world's largest producer of opals, and the most beautiful specimens come from Coober Pedy, a town on the edge of the Australian desert. Aboriginal people believe that opals were the footprints of the Creator who came down to Earth on a rainbow. Australia is a land of strange and unusual creatures. It's the only place in the world where egg-laying mammals live, the platypus and the echidna. These ancient animals are living fossils that have survived to this day from prehistoric times. The platypus is a creature with a look that is both cute and bizarre. It's like crossing a duck with a beaver. The history of Australia is not only stories about explorers and pioneers, but also about criminals and convicts. In 1788, the first fleet arrived on Australian shores, transporting convicts from Great Britain. It was they who became the first colonizers of Australia. No wonder the first police forces in Australia were made up of former convicts. Those were the times. The Daintree rainforest in Queensland is the oldest rainforest in the world. It is over 180 million years old and is home to an extraordinary diversity of plants and animals. Walking through Daintree, you might feel like you're in Jurassic Park, where time has stood still. It's a true paradise for nature lovers and the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of the city and immerse yourself in greenery. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these interesting facts about Australia. See you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Feel free to leave comments about what you would like to see in the next episode. See you later.